Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Perisno and the adventures of Scout Striker Wilkins. Now, when we left off, we had just attempted to take Horus Castle once again after a very successful siege at Chowbeck Castle to the southwest. Now, unfortunately enough, we were not able to take Horus Castle, as is evident by our monumental failure, and of course, we have a great opportunity right here. They only have, what is that, 36? Seems like 36, maybe around that number. Defenders, and we have a whole new army. Of course, I didn't really wait until all of our units were fully ready for battle, but I was just so antsy to get back here before they were able to reinforce that I just ran back as quickly as I could. Now, we do have one problem, and that is going to be, of course, the siege tower that we will have to build. But once... Oh, wait a minute. Let's call for a meeting with the castle commander first. Macavia will never abandon Horus Castle. Okay, well, fighting words from Lord Olaf there, and I actually thought that was going to help because we do have 156 units and they only have 30 odd units here, so I am a little bit unfortunately disappointed about that because I was really hoping that we'd be able to get it without having to construct the siege tower once again. And as you can see, we do have a disease breaking out in Enger. A surgeon was sent, but was unable to find a cure. All he could do was to contain the plague by separating the healthy from the sick. Aha. And as a result, our deterioration with relations with Enger has transpired right there. Okay, another 25 hours it will take until we are ready to head in once again to Horus Castle. Now, this is one of the... I would say one of the toughest layouts that I've ever had to deal with, and now we are, of course, suffering from low morale because it is going to take us a long time to get in here. Once we have gotten in here, I think the morale bonus that we gain from this will be enough to stabilize ourselves for a little bit at least, and then we'll be able to, of course, fight some patrols, maybe try and find a rather strong vassal, who knows. I did see Lord Licinius on the way here. He didn't attempt to engage upon us, which I suppose is a rather wise decision by the fellow himself, but he did have 135 units, so I'm not entirely sure what kind of units he had, because I was just, as I say, wanting to rush back here as quickly as we could. Otherwise, obviously, we might be too late, and they may have obviously had Lord Licinius maybe even coming in here to to reinforce their garrison. But goodness me, I really need to be careful about putting our shield up and making sure that all of our ranged units are in the best possible positions. Unfortunately, they do still have some heavy marksmen, so they are going to be dealing a lot of damage. Once we are there, however, then that will all change, of course. But as it stands at the moment, I do believe we are going to be losing a couple of these Zann longbowmen. I'm hopeful that we will not lose too many. They're starting to kill a couple of them now. That is good. That is very, very good. Unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, but in actual fact it's quite good. Unfortunately, we are getting a lot of casualties, but they are only being knocked unconscious, so that is not too bad. That is not too bad at all. Now, I am actually really hopeful that Shijin will be able to use a shield at some point. I would like to try to prevent him from being shot, so I'm going to try and stand in front of him here and try to give him a shield. Otherwise, he's probably going to end up dying, and that would be terrible. Unfortunately, we are now losing people due to death. Definitely not something you want to see this early on in the siege, but that is the disaster that comes along with the siege tower itself, of course. Now, I must mention, we have made a defensive pact once again. The Valahir clan has made a defensive pact with the Redwood Nation. So I'm actually really happy about that, because the Redwood Nation at the moment does appear to be quite strong. And as a result, I don't believe anyone will really want to deal with us. And I suppose... Wait, who are we at war against? I don't believe we're at war against anyone. I do believe Macavia we are at war against, and did we get any declarations of war? I'm getting mixed up with all the other series that I'm doing at the moment, but no, I don't believe so. So, yes, we are on a one-man killing spree against the Machiaveans at the moment, and I'm hopeful that we'll be able to continue doing our very best to subvert their territory control of this area. Now do bear in mind that I don't believe we can take forward, but who knows? They only have one other fief remaining, and that will be forward after Horus Castle is successfully captured. Now, whoa, that was close. If I had lowered my shield right there to get ready to swing, I would have definitely been in a lot of pain right there, writhing around on the floor, most likely in the corner, making all kinds of regrets about the mistakes I made in that previous siege, lowering my shield and so forth. Oh my goodness. So, yes, we do actually have... Wait a minute. Ah, okay, so we have a couple of units going over to the right there. That's exactly what we need to see. And, of course, we do have a heavy crossbowman up there. He's going to be taken out. I'm just checking everywhere that our units are not going at the moment. No. Okay. So, it appears that there are only units up there in the archery nest. And no doubt our cigars and our various other units will be able to deal with them appropriately. Oh, yes. Okay, now... where do we go after this? That is the main question I'm asking myself at this point, because even though Horus Castle is an incredible victory for us, there is not much more to take apart from forward, as I say. So, not too sure. We could try to provoke some sort of action against the Machiaveans by taking on a couple of their vassals, perhaps? But other than that, I don't really see any action being applicable to our current situation, because we have, let's see, who is next to us? We have the Kingdom of Taurania, we have Drahara, and the Hakon Empire. Well, that's a little bit too far away. Zann Dynasty? We don't want to fight the Zann, do we? Not at the moment, but they are rather powerful, and maybe if we let them flourish, it would be a bad idea, but who knows? As soon as, well, the Hakon Empire go down below 0 relation, they become -1 perhaps, we are going to be in great deals of trouble, because they will no doubt declare war against us. But at the moment, we seem okay, and I will be able to take this Bluewood Noble, finally enough. Unfortunately, that does make our weekly... Oh my goodness. Yes, our weekly cost rather considerable, and we are going to have to see what we can do about taking some good units here. Mercenary Lancers? Wow, okay. Now, I have no money whatsoever. That's probably not too good. So, what are we going to take? Well, I have no more space, and I do believe we have really good units. Well, Drengars, they're not too good, so let's just see. How many spaces do we need? 4. Okay, there we go. Okay, that is fine. That is no problem at all. We can take some prisoners. Hopefully they'll help us out with a couple of wages if we come across a ransom broker sometime soon. Now, Horus Castle is an incredible thing because it is so difficult to take. So I am going to be requesting this because why not? But he did give us that village, which was very nice of him. I'm a little bit worried, actually, about trying to claim this. Okay, let's just do it. But if he doesn't give it to us, then fine. No problem at all. But, that means that we have to stay here. That's not too good. Although, wait a second. Does that actually make any difference? Because we're not at war with them. Nope, we are not at war with them, as you can see. Defensive Pact, 17 days remaining on that with the Redwoodians. And, of course, we have the Machiaveans currently no problem at all with us. Well, they hate us in particular. They hate Scout, but they don't really hate the Valahir clan at all. So, in actual fact, I can leave this and nothing will happen to it. So that's great. Now all we need to do is head on over to our Treasury, I do believe. Although I would like to try to deal some damage to a potential vassal of the Machiaveans before we do head back. However, saying that, I'm not entirely sure whether I really want to, because, wait a minute, we don't want to get shield on him, do we? Let's get some more agility, athletics, and we'll get some more two-handed skill. Now, let's just take a look here. We have low morale, we have low money, and our weekly cost has skyrocketed thanks to, of course, all of these new units. Now, I don't believe... Have we had a look at this guy's stats? Well, whatever the case, I am going to take a look at his stats because they are just so incredible, as you can see here. Look at that, 88 HP, 500 in every weapon proficiency. So impressive. And then, of course, we do have 35 strength and 25 agility. Not much to sniff at there, that's for sure. And then we have horse archery, power draw, power strike, iron flesh at some very high levels as well. Let's have a practice duel. No, let's not. A little bit too powerful for my liking, I do believe. So, yeah. Okay, I will be cutting away. I'll make my way over to Arndal, I do believe. Let's move over there. And I will be rejuvenating our morale. I'll try to reduce the amount of wages that we're going to pay. As you can see here, we're losing them. That is really not good. We lost a Divine Etheling as well. So I'm going to cut away very fast, try to rush over there as quickly as I can, and I'll sort out our morale difficulties. Okay, so while I was waiting at Arndal for our morale to mend itself, we have received word that King Kingveld is going to confer Horus Castle upon us. Now that is a very nice thing for him to do indeed, because, believe it or not, I do believe we own, or at least we have control over the majority of towns already in the Valahir clan's territory, so this is a very big surprise to me. I was not expecting King Kingveld to give us this, but we are going to be accepting the honor, of course. Now, as you see, we have Arndal, Freising, Volderberg. We also have Enger and Jorundarfell, as well as Horus Castle. So, wow, that is very generous of him, I have to admit. Very generous indeed. Okay, so, yes, let's take a look. Okay, above average, I will be cutting away once again. Just want to make sure that we have at least a very high morale before we make a move to any other areas. And after that, I'll probably move over to Freising, or where is our court? I do believe that's in Volderberg, isn't it? So I'll have to move over to Volderberg, try to get to our treasury, because I just received our weekly wages, and if I actually move over here, you might see that we're... Oh. Well, technically, we are gaining money. I don't believe that this is actually accurate, because as you can see, it's giving us no rents from Enger, Jorundarfell, Horus Castle, and indeed Freising, Arndal, and Volderberg. So, yes, just bear in mind that I am gaining 7,900, I do believe, and it's not actually accurate, this particular screen, at the moment. That is a little unfortunate, but you'll just have to take my word for it, I suppose. I do have 79,000 in the treasury at this time, so once my morale is back to full strength, we will go on a little skirmishing mission. Oh! Wow, okay. That's actually rather surprising to me as well. The Valahir clan and the Zann dynasty have agreed to a defensive pact, and our relation with the Zann dynasty has gone up to 40 from 30. Not bad at all. Okay, so I have just arrived at Volderberg, and we are now speaking to Aubrey about our treasury. So, yes, as you can see here, we have 81,000, because I did just sell one of the Maccabean vassals back to them for around 1,500, so not really worth it, but I didn't want to lose any more relation or indeed honor than I had to. So, let's see here. How much money are we going to be withdrawing? Well, I would like to take 20,000 at least. And I think that will be fine. Lady Ella, what can you do for us? It doesn't appear as though you can do too much, unfortunately. Not at this point, anyway. And what about getting some new recruits? Shall we do that? Please stop training the recruits in Arndal. No, that's fine. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get some more Valahir clan. There we are, thank you. And let's get some Zann dynasty units as well. Can we do that? That would be excellent. Okay, so let's do that. That will be fine. That's 2,000, not too bad. And I don't think I need to do anything with the Chancellor at the moment. So yes, I will see you back at Arndal. Oh, wait a minute. Shall we just take a look at what we... Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have 143 Drengars here. Huh. Okay. I might need to do something about those. Yes. Definitely something about those. Okay, 47 Drahara Spearmen. Where did I get those from? And I have 43 Maccabean Footmen as well. Goodness me. Okay, so we'll take some Elvery Scouts, because I do believe it's about time that we level up some more of these guys. They've been so good in the past that I think it would be a good idea. And we'll take some of these Drengars out as well. So as you can see here, we have 313 still left in the garrison here. That is perfectly fine in my opinion. So, we're just going to be heading back. I'll cut away for this, and I'll try and sort out an army suitable of taking out one of these Maccabean scoundrels. Okay, so upon making our way to Ford, because I thought to myself, well, where are we going to find any Machiavellian vassals? Well, we have found one. A rather powerful one, to say the least. As you can see here, we have Agathor Krex bearing down upon us at the moment. Now, he does have some rather fiendish units to deal with, but I do believe we will be able to take him on. Now, where is he actually going with this? That was rather peculiar, because he was attacking us, and then he thought to himself, can I take this guy on? No, I don't think so, so I'm gonna run away. And it appears that he was running away. So, let's deal some damage to him, shall we? 154 of our troops against 110 of his. Now, this is where I get a little bit antsy, because he does have a Divine Atheling, he has some heavy marksmen, North Guards, and of course some halberdiers. So we need to be a little cautious with our horse at the moment. Now, I would like to try and take out one of these units, if at all possible. Maybe not. Little bit too low reach on these weapons. At least on Marcus's mace. There we are. Taking him out. Excellent. Now we can just deal some additional damage, if we at all can. That would be really nice. So, let's get our infantry at the front here, attack their enemy archer division. Didn't really want to do that, but that's just how things go sometimes. And we're going to be telling our cavalry to charge in now. Now, take him out. Ah, yes, of course. Okay, come on, infantry. Try to help our archers. That is all I want you to do. Let's try and take out this guy. Yes, there we go. Oh, my goodness. Scout has advanced in level. That is excellent. Okay, so we got stopped by a Machiavellian spearman. But, yeah, we didn't actually take too much damage as a result of that, which is pretty good. I actually thought we were going to go down there for a second. Now, let's just try to keep these guys occupied as much as possible. Otherwise, we are going to be suffering quite a bit of pain. Oh, Machiavellian Myrmidons. That is definitely something I needed to look at before we headed in here. That was a grave mistake by me. I probably should have thought of it. Oh, no. Really? Oh, wow. Okay. Is this Agathor Krex himself? I have a feeling it is. Maybe. Yes, thank you very much. Okay. That was Arakanus right there. And where is Agathor Krex? Is that him? I don't know. I do not know. I don't know whether he's still on his horse or not, but... Oh, no, he's just gotten taken out by Shi Jin. Excellent. Okay, so... Was that it? That was it. That was our victory right there. Did we win? Yes, we did. We won incredibly easily for some unknown reason. Okay. Well, we did outnumber him, I suppose, but Myrmidons? Look at these. These Myrmidons are incredible. Surely they would have proven to be a more deadly adversary, I suppose you could say. Okay, well, as you see, I did just scout forward as well. As you see here, we have a lot of vassals in the garrison, and I don't believe I will ever be able to take this, at least with my current army, and yeah, that's just almost impossible. So I'm thinking I will probably leave Machiavellian alone, and might actually finish off the Reich faction, as you can see here. I do believe this is their last fief, and they do actually have around 400 units in there, so it's a lot better than 600 in Ford, that's for sure. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is Nelag Castle a siege tower, because if it is, then we're going to be in trouble. So I'm going to head over to Horus Castle, and we'll be waiting there for a little bit of time, and we'll also try to, of course, put some units in the garrison here. There's only 17 in there, of course, but we are not at war with anyone, so I don't think I really need to worry about it too much. But yes, as a result of us not having too much else to do, by all means, suggest where you think we should go next, because Ford does appear to be rather well defended, unless some of the vassals decide to leave, and Nelag Castle might be an option. Other than that, I have no clue, so by all means, give me some suggestions. And as a result, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.